Good afternoon, Brooklyn Squad. How are you? Good afternoon, Queen. I see you, Kathy B. How are you? How's everybody doing this Sunday afternoon? We have two lives today, back to back. So let's jump right into it. Welcome, Brooklyn Squad, Real Life Drama, Real Life Crimes. If you new, welcome. Thank you. I've been expecting you. For those who have been riding with me throughout this process, I want to say thank you so much. You know I'm grateful for y'all. Yesterday we had a long live for hours and hours. We didn't get off till like 1 or 2 in the morning. And it might happen again tonight, right? Who knows, right? Because we have to get these faces out there, right? There's a lot of cover up going on. Kathy B, when I tell you there's a lot of cover up going on, there's a lot of cover up going on. Okay. And a lot of these cases are new to me. So we're gonna go as we see it. Okay. We're gonna go as we see it and we're gonna do like we do, right? We're gonna do like we do. So we're gonna start with the first case, uh Jal- Jalel Patton, last seen 2019. So before, hey Lakeisha, how are you, Queen? How are you? It's good to see you, beautiful. So before, let me just go up and show his face. Okay, just bear with me for a minute because we have a lot to cover up. We got a lot to cover, Lakeisha. Oops, I didn't. Oh, what did I do? Okay, let me go back and just get that there. Hmm. Okay, so let me just share the screen. So this is the young man, y'all. Okay, handsome young man, isn't he? 2019. Hmm. Okay, very handsome young man. I do want to say I found how I found this case. Let me just tell y'all a brief how I found this case. I was on shout out to Unsolved from Delaware because he covers a lot of cases as well. And he's been on my platform before. Um, and I was on uh looking at his comments and I was on his Facebook page, right? And I think I was asking him a question or something like that. And one of the parents was saying she hoped that she get justice for her son one day, and that's how I found out that wait a minute, what's going on? Something happened to her son. And there was another parent saying the same thing. So I'm like, oh wow. So it's just something about her that made me just go and find out, research my stuff. So I went to her page, and that's how I found out that her son was murdered. like unalive. Um, I haven't reached out to her yet. She don't know I'm doing this, but I just feel like I want to spread awareness for her son, for her. You know what I mean? The simple fact that I've never heard of this before, so that tells you that not a lot of people are talking about this case. So let's get to it, and let's at least Brooklyn Squad put it out there at least, and maybe somebody else that does cases will see this and talk about this as well. Hopefully, okay. Um. Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say, Lakeisha? I'm sorry, Mama. Hope all is well. I believe he is listening, Lakeisha. Okay. So it says cold case review. Jahel. And yeah, I know I say names wrong, so no disrespect. The Newcastle County Division of Police Cold Case Squad continues to investigate the 2019 murder of Jalil Patton is not an S there, Patton, on December 31st, 2019, at 11:12 p.m., Jahil was located next to his motor vehicle, which had crashed on the roadway of Taylor Drive in Newark, Delaware. Jahil later died as a result of a pow wound to his upper body. Detectives are asking anyone with information related to this case to please contact the Criminal Investigation Unit at 302 area code, phone number 395-8110, or by calling the Newcastle County Division or police emergency number. The victims and families of unsolved homicides are not forgotten, and they are ongoing efforts by Newcastle County Division. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. So that's all they're saying about him. Let's just get to it then. Okay, and someone says it's about to be 5 years since you left me, bro. This must be his Sidney Daheen Robinson. We still think about y'all to this day. Just left your grave, sitting and still bringing me to tears. But I'ma stay strong and 10 toes for those kids and Mom Dukes. They all got you just keeping watching over me and the family. Wow. So he must have kids also, y'all. Who could do something like that? If anyone knows anything about this case, please help. Okay. Wow. Good evening, Impress. Hey, baby. Oh, my nose itches. Hey, mamita. Okay, so my one day girl. All right, we're gonna search to see if anyone has done a story on him, if there's anything in the news about him, and then we're gonna go from there, and then we're gonna talk about you know our opinion. Do you want me to let you know at 7:30? No, I turned it off. Oh, well. So then we're gonna know. We'll just voice our opinion on it and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, try not to be too loud. I don't Okay. Sleep later. Okay. Love you too. Um. Wow. So it sounds like to me that they found him in his vehicle, crashed, but he had a pow wound to his upper body. So whoever did this was making it look like it was a car accident, basically. That's what it sounds like. Whoever did this was making it look like he had a car accident. Some grimy motherfuckers out there, boy, I tell you. Oh, baby. Grimy motherfuckers out there. Damn. Lord have mercy. Okay. Let's see if they have any videos on him or the news or anything. Sheesh, something. It's a shame. There's so much covering up. You just, I guess people used to doing this and they think it's okay. And then people don't want to speak up. And that's the thing right there. But if it happened to their family, they want people to speak up. You can't have it both ways, baby. You cannot have it both ways. Speak up now or forever hold your damn peace. All right, we definitely ain't gonna find nothing on that side. How old was he? Let me see. I don't even think. This happened December 31st, 2019 at 11:12 p.m. It doesn't say his age. It don't say his age. But I'm gonna find out though. I'm definitely gonna find out. Let's look at the comments before I go searching. Maybe you could find a lot from the comment section. You definitely could. I am so sorry for the loss that you heard. My son Kevin was okay. Mm. He looks to be in his 30s, but I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. Unsolved man dies after being shot in Bear. Okay, we found something. 26 years old. He was 26 years old? Wow. And this happened on New Year's Eve. Oh man. Okay, y'all. Hey, Oliver, looka. I gotta put, hey, Karen, how are you? Everyone, this is Karen Lambert. I will be doing some cases with her. She is a part of Brooklyn Squad. Did you subscribe to my channel? Yeah, she's a part of the group on Brooklyn Squad, and I'm a part of her group now. And we're gonna be working with some cases and stuff. Actually, two of the girls on here, it's a case that she had gave me, and we're gonna get into that too. I just met her a few days ago. Someone introduced us actually into a chat. So welcome. I'm glad you joined us. Okay, so let's see. And also put down your link so they can go check out your Facebook, your information, and show you some love on your side of town too, girl. Please put down your link. Your Facebook stuff. All right. So it said his age, Lakeisha. He was 26 years old. He was 26 years old. Okay, let's see what this says.
Nombre es Rico Arce. Llevo 26 años.
Why are they speaking Spanish? We don't do Spanish, boo boo. Let's see. Let's see what they say, y'all. This gotta be it because it says his name and case. Why is it showing us snowing? I mean, we know it's snowing. I don't know if it's still snowing, but oh baby, are they playing us? I don't like when they play us like that.
I wasted so much time. I could have tried harder and done better. The situation just got out of hand.
No, see, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like when they do that shit. I really don't like that. Okay, but it says a 26 years old man dies after being pow pow in Bear late New Year's Eve. Newcastle County Police were dispatched around 11:12 p.m. to the area of intersection Taylor Drive and Emerson Place near the village of Canterbury Apartments for reports of a traffic accident. See, they try to make it seem like it was a traffic accident. Police found Jahir Patton laying outside of a vehicle, suffering from a pow-pow wound to his upper torso. Emergency personnel performed CPR on Patton, but was later pronounced unalive of being transported to an area hospital, police said. Detectives believe the pow-pow occurred inside of the vehicle, and Patton was able to drive to the location where police found him before succumbing to his wounds. Oh wow. This was the second pow pow Newcastle County Police responded to on New Year's Eve. Wow. Police ask anyone if you have any information. Y'all know the rest. Please, call. He's only 26 years old. So young. They mess around too much, right, Karen? They gonna show us some damn a news weather report, but show a big article of him. That's how they get the clicks and views with that. I'm telling you, they be playing around too much. They be playing, they be playing around too much. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, y'all, when y'all come in. Please hit the thumbs up so we can get the story out. We got a lot to cover today, y'all, because I'm coming back live again at 10 o'clock, and we have a big case to cover then. That gonna get y'all pissed off. I should just continue just to go and do the live. But all right. I want to see if anybody is talking about this young man, though. Let's see if anybody is talking about him, y'all. Like, what is going on? And that's what irks me is when you don't find nothing awesome, nothing on a person. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know what? But YouTube, you will find certain things. So let's check YouTube. Let's see what's going on. Maybe somebody talked about his story so we can know a little bit more. Okay, let me share the screen. Yes, I covered it and I was pissed off. Oh, you covered this one? You covered this one too? Well, we should go to your thing then. So we are on YouTube just to see if anybody has covered this young man's oh wow, I don't see nothing about his case. It's a shame that, so much is going on, but you really don't hear a lot about cases, certain cases. And that's the cases that we like to talk about on this channel. The cases that people are not covering, the cases that get thrown to the side. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shout out to the cases that go viral also, but if you're going viral, then you're being covered. It's not like when we won't cover you. Yeah, we will cover the cases that goes viral too, but we try to pay attention to the cases that is what dirty bitch going, wow, what the hell is this? Lord have mercy, the stuff that they say. We try to pay attention to the all cases, of course, but the cases that it's not getting no attention. It's a shame. It really, really is. Oh, and that's me. See, we're live. We're live with it. Yeah, yeah. So far we don't know anything really. We just know that. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me see what y'all saying. Yes, indeed. Know the one, Gregory. Oh, no, the one with Gregory. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that is crazy. Let me put those things up so y'all can see it too. No. It is sad. It's a lot of cases, right? And I cannot find him on YouTube. I can't find no one talking about this young man. You guys to be unbelievable. You guys to be kidding me. Let me Google him. Let me Google. 14 years old. Jesus. There's a lot of stuff that goes on. Oh, wait. I think we got something. Besides that one story that we saw with him. Okay. Child, this is nothing. Y'all wouldn't even believe if I showed y'all this. This is nothing. You gotta be freaking kidding me. This is what I could find on Google. You got to be kidding me. His picture, right? And his birthday. No, wait, what is that? Lost gun violence, December, not even his birthday. Barely nothing. I would pull it up, but it's gonna be a waste. This is what I found. This little thing right here. That's it. With a big old picture. So they wasted all that space with a big picture and no information. Come on now. Do Google. Y'all supposed to be my friend, Google. I thought me and Google search was people's. Guess not. So all we know is that this young man was having a good time, most likely on New Year's Eve, because it was New Year's Eve, they said. But they said he was in his car. So I'm assuming that he was probably leaving or probably coming from the party, either or, and somebody got him. They powered him. This is crazy. I really want to know more about this case. I really want to know more about this young man. And the point that I can Google him and can't find anything, that's a damn shame. That's a shame. And this is why we come on here and we try to put these cases out there, like at least show the face so other people could just be like, wow, no one's talking about him. Well, let me do a little something over here on my side. Because come on, that's a shame. That's sad. That's sad. Damn. I Googled him and couldn't find nothing. But the one article from the detectives from their unit on Facebook that we saw, that's it. Come on now. It's a shame. Maybe I spelled it wrong or something. Jahlil, right? Patton, right? Let me put cold case. Maybe I'll find something. No, nothing. Nothing. Ugh. I don't understand. I just can't. Nothing. That's a shame. They should, I don't. It makes me wanna I don't know. I don't know what to say. I can't even it's a shame, y'all. There's nothing on this young man. I'm gonna keep his mother in prayer. I am gonna reach out to his mother because I really want to find more about her son. It happened on New Year's Eve. We know that. We know he was a young man. I thought he was in his 30s, but he is in his 20s. And we know he got a pow. And we know that the case is still open. And there is an investigator on the case. So we hope that the mother gets justice, you know. All right. I'm gonna go down the list to the next one. Isabel Bryan. Now, this case, y'all, let me just show y'all her picture. Okay. Let me go on Facebook. She might be on YouTube too. Now this is a person you will find. Okay, this is a person you will find. This happened February of 2023 in Los Angeles. Okay. And her case is not a missing case. Her name pops up because I've been searching so long for it. Like just searching. Very pretty girl. Very pretty girl. Let me pull this up so y'all can see. Okay, this is her. Ain't she pretty, y'all? Let me tell you, I found her because I was working on Timmy D's mother, Miss Barbara Hall. I had gave her another contact that could help her out also. And I was on his platform, and that's how I found this case. I had reached out to he is a TV investigator. And this is how she looked then. Hey, Katie. So please take a good look at this young lady in the hospital bed with tubes. And I'm going to read you what her family and her friends said. I was in the comments because I was doing service for somebody else. And then that's how I caught this. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Isabel Bryant Madonna Meldani. Listen, Isabel Brianna was born on December 24th, 2003. Her life ended February 13th of 2023. She was RAPED. She was also drugged. She was beaten. Los Angeles County Sheriff Department is not wanting to open a case against the individual who did this to her. Bella and her son lived with Mr. Gomez. He would occasionally pick Bella and the baby up so he could spend time with his son. Bella left him because of the abuse she had to go through while being in a relationship with him. He would beat her and psychologically abuse her. There has been a restraining order against him prior to all of this. On February 8th, Bella calls her mom hysterically, asking for her to please pick her up from her baby daddy Edwin's motel room. Yes, motel room. His mother and siblings do not have a stable home. When Mr. Gomez picks her daughter up, when Mrs. Gomez picks her daughter and her grandson up, Bella starts telling her that her baby daddy wanted to take her son away from her. He beat her, he drugged her, with 4 different drugs were in her system. He RAPED her and let a friend do this as well in the same room with also another girl who apparently is his other baby mama who witnessed all of this. Bella asked Edwin's mother for help as she refused to help her. He broke her phone, but Bella managed to call her mom using a phone that was in the room. Not only did his mother not help, but his whole family knew he was beating on her and they never helped. Mrs. Gomez helped her daughter to the hospital, seeing the critical condition her daughter was in. February 8th, 9 p.m. Mrs. Gomez left the hospital. Now her daughter has been drugged and asked to please flush her stomach out. Staff tells her that's not important right now. She was supposed to get transferred to a different hospital to get a RAP kit done. February 9th, around 1 a.m., a social worker and detectives arrive. Bella gives detectives her statement on what happened and who was involved. 4 a.m., hospital tells Mrs. Guzman that they will not be transferring her daughter because her vitals are not stable. Later that day, Mrs. Guzman calls doctors to see how she was doing. They let her know her daughter had to be placed on a ventilator. They failed to mention she had went through cardiac arrest twice. February 10th, she was still responding. February 11th, they let Mrs. Guzman know Betta needs dialysis. And they could do emergency line, they had to stop them because her body was not tolerating it. February 12th, doctor let Mrs. Guzman know Bella is brain dead. They tell her Monday the 13th they will run tests to see if there was any brain activity or blood flow. February 13th, they did the test on Bella. They informed Mrs. Guzman she has 72 hours to decide what she was going to do since Bella was brain dead. The hospital took pictures of her bruises. Social worker made comments to Mrs. Guzman stating that her daughter had a broken jaw. Bella is able to provide her verbal statement to a sworn officer of the law and tell him who and what was done to her. Police spoke to Edwin around June to ask him questions, which he denied everything Bella accused me of. He also lied and told detectives she was on drugs, which Bella was not. He wanted to take the blame off of him. She stating that she was on drugs and hallucinating in everything she stated. Detectives are telling Mrs. Guzman there is not enough evidence to start a case since her autopsy came back, for-cause death being an overdose. There is no DNA that wanted to pick up her case. There is no DA that wanted to pick up her case. Bella was just trying to cooperate and live her life away from chaos to get the best to her son. She did not do this to herself. So you tell me, are we going to let the system fail Bella's son? She needs justice. We can be her voice. Wow. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. I need some water. She was in a domestic violence relationship. We see this all the time. She was trying to get out of that relationship. She had a restraining order on that monster. But he was trying to get her daughter or her son. I think she has a son. He was trying to get the baby. She stays. He beats her. He awes her. He assaults her. He lets other people gang awe her. He feeds her drugs some way. I don't know what happened. But it's not enough evidence. Now, I could see that it won't be enough evidence for the drug part. Um, because yes, it's very heartbroken. Very, very heartbroken. I could see it's not enough evidence for the drug part, I guess, unless he put a gap to her. Like he didn't make her do the drug, I guess. You know what I mean? But he did abuse her and art her. And he had his boys art her too. Karen on YouTube. Because Karen wants to do a YouTube channel. She's working on it now. So if there's certain things you can't say on YouTube, like I can't say the word rape, you know what I mean? So I gotta say certain things, you know. So yeah. YouTube is very sensitive. Um, but yeah, if they did an R kit, why can't they catch him on that? Why can't they catch him on domestic violence abuse? Why can't they catch him on breaking or well no, they can't even catch him on breaking the order police protection thing because she still was with him. And how I know that is because I've been through that. I had to order police protection, restraining order, whatever you want to call it, but I still stayed with the nigga. I still let him in my house. So because we still stayed with him or we still let him in our house, they're not going to do anything until something traumatic happened. And until he kept me hostage for those 8, 9 hours and beat me until I almost died is when he was arrested. But you see how she's laying in that bed right there? He should have been arrested. But the charges isn't, it's probably not that right there. That is an overdose charge, is what caused her to be in the bed. You know what I'm saying? It's just the system is really, really weird and it's fucked up. I say get his ass. You know what I'm saying? But in the court of law, that's not it. But I did want to bring her face out here. I wanted to show love to her. I wanted to spread awareness to her because she deserves it. If they do an autopsy, a toxicology report should be done, which would show drug activity. Right, which they did. And this showed drugs was in her, and they're saying that it was a overdose. Okay, babe. Yeah, they're saying that it was a overdose. Um, and that's what I'm saying. You know, the only thing that they can get, that the family can get her on, because she passed away. You know what I mean? The only thing the family could get her on is the R the R charge, and his friends are on her too. You know, if they did a R kit like they said they was gonna do, I guess. I don't know how that. I don't know what was the evidence for that or anything, but they could get him on that shit. But other than that, it's okay, Katie. No, you good, Mama. You good. I mean, that charge would be better than them getting away with it. Yeah, but it's like, how would they get that charge for overdose? Then they're gonna say, like he said, she was using drugs. How could they prove that they made her use it? That they forced it down her throat? That they opened her? You know what I'm saying? That's how. That's the court of law. I mean, unfortunately, I don't know the court of law, but I'm just trying to see, like, how could they have forced her to use it? They could have put the gat to her head and said, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the R charge. Yes. That's how they can get her. Yes. Yes. But the family and the friends want this charge also. You know what I mean? And I get that because their baby is gone. You know what I'm saying? You want all the charges. You want all the smoke. I want it all. I want all the smoke. I feel you. Because this is messed up, man. This is fucking foul. And then him denying it. And let me show you some text messages also. That's her baby and her. So cute. Okay, so this is the guy. This is the a-hole right here. His name is Edwin. You're an a-hole, Edwin. A big a-hole. Okay? Just know that I said that. Just know that I said that. This was what the baby daddy messaged Bella's mother. So this is what he messaged the mother. Hey, don't mean no disrespect. I know you probably hate me and all I don't knock that and I don't knock that. You have your reasons from the side. You have seen things from my actual intention. All I wanted was at least a call from my boy for his birthday. I love my son to death and don't think I should be hurting from her actions. I tried so long to keep her away from. I really only have my son, and this midnight now, not one call popped up. I wouldn't put my pride aside to text you if it wasn't coming from the heart. I love your daughter to death, but she wouldn't let me even be there holding her hand. She really was hallucinating bad, and she could have started some real problems saying things like that. I will never let anyone hurt her or take advantage of her. I don't even like doing anything without her. If she's even tipsy because I love her, I always respected her. It sucks I couldn't even get a call from my boy or Dave for something that was on my son. That is all I got. I'm reading how he write. That is all I got. That is what all is her head. He's trying to say all she made up is in her head. I got that. It was all in her head. I never once gave her a reason to even try to believe I would even think of doing something like that to her. How unrecognizable she became off that damn shit. I hope she doesn't fall back into it. I always have and will be glad to put her above me and make sure she can be the better one. My son needs her mother, especially when she's doing as best as she can. Wish she wasn't as selfish. Wish she wasn't selfish. It seems like she can be. My son doesn't have to be involved in stuff between me and her. He's a trip. He's still, y'all. Y'all hear this motherfucker? He's still verbally abusing her while she's dead, while she's in the position that she's in. This motherfucker, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It would definitely be hard to prove unless there is pictures or camera footage somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Katie. He's still, and by him saying, I would never let her go and all that other shit, very controlling, very abusive, narcissist, and everything is her. She is brain dead and he's still abusive. What else do you want from her? What else? You then took it to this point where this young lady is brain dead. You already hurt her enough. You can't hurt her no more. What the fuck? Come on, man. It's unbelievable. crazy, man. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And the hospital? Wow. It just shows her character, honestly. It's sickening. Yeah, it shows her. Yes, it's very, very sickening. And I hope the family gets I'm gonna keep the family in prayer. I was gonna say get some type of justice or something. But I mean, off of this case is like unless that our kid comes back, I know what you meant. Yeah, his character. Unless that our kid come back, that's the really. But we're gonna keep it in prayer. Isabel Brianna, we're gonna keep your family in prayer because those of us that been in domestic violence like myself and others, we know how it is. It's never easy to escape. It's never easy to get out. And unfortunately, it lands us, some of us, in that predicament right there. Very sad. Very, very sad. Okay, the next one. Now, this next one right here is Taryn Taryn Evans. We have talked about him before, and we had his mother that I interviewed on my platform. He is an activist of Black Lives Matter. He was an activist of Black Lives Matter. And his mother is an activist of Black Lives Matter. And she still is, and she is still fighting for justice for her son. So let's go back on memory lane and look at a little bit of that interview, my interview I did with her. Mm. Mm. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Why is this? Okay, here we go.
Um, he was doing really, really good. He was prior to being a soccer coach, he graduated from St. Lawrence University up there and then became a coach, at Clarkson. But he lost all that like really fast, like almost within days probably, of them saying his name and tying him to Garrett's murder.
That was on Dateline or something like that,
Oh
right?
yeah, it was.
The ID channel.
It's all over, all over. It went national very quickly.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Seeing that. You said
So
soccer coach. So let me tell you what she's talking about right there. She was trying to get justice for another case, right? Because they accused a black man of unaliving a little white boy when it really was the mother's boyfriend's cop boyfriend or something like that, right? And she has been trying to fight for that case for a long, long, long time. So of course they don't like her. The police don't like her. They can't stand her. They don't like her, right? She don't give a damn. She's fighting for justice for that little boy, Garrett. The little boy Garrett. That they accuse his soccer coach, I believe it was, of unaliving him. And he went to prison for it. So that's what she's talking about now. So later down the road, she moves to Pastan or something like that. I can't say it right, but you're gonna hear her say it. And then listen to what happens to her son. And we all know that this is a setup with his girlfriend and the police. But listen to what happens. Coach and stuff like that. That was on the ID channel. I remember seeing that.
yeah, it was bad the way they treated Nick Hillary. The DA at the time, she wouldn't do anything because there was absolutely nothing that tied Nick Hillary to Garrett's murder. So at that time, though, it was time to vote in another, DA or keep the current one. And a woman named Mary Rain was running for district attorney at the time. And she pretty much used Garrett's case as a political thing for her. And she won. And she went right after Nick Hillary. The first indictment, I believe, was thrown out because of some misconduct. The second one also, he was found not guilty, but she was barred for 2 years because of her misconduct in the case, including the Brady Law. There was a statement by someone who said that he saw Deputy Sheriff John Jones going into the building of Garrett Phillips around the time of the murder. But they basically, the DA at the time, she didn't give that to anybody, that information.
Wow.
So, and she was actually titled the most dangerous district attorney in New York State. Yeah. So that case remains unsolved, open, and what they call ongoing, but has went absolutely nowhere.
Is he still charged?
Nick Hillary?
Yeah.
No, he's been found not guilty, and that was, I believe, in 2016, I want to say. It took a long time, from 2011 to 2016. This man, his family, and many others were taken through the ringer completely.
I thought he was still locked up. Oh, so he was found not guilty. Good. Okay.
Right.
So
but
that's
the day,
why he was trying to get got you.
Right.
Okay.
The day that he was found not guilty, that district attorney at that time, she did a press conference and she said that she was closing the case because she was 101% sure that Nick Hillary was the guy and she wasn't going to look for anybody else.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And at that time, all the signs came down from all over. People just started taking signs down, and it was like, okay, either we believe Nick Hillary did this or we believe he didn't, but we'll never get justice because possibly Deputy Sheriff John Jones, may have
Mm.
had something to do with this.
Wow,
Yeah.
unbelievable. So you was going hard for this little boy.
Yeah, and for Nick Hillary, because of the
Right.
way the police treated him, they stripped him naked right there in the police station office, and sent him home in a hazmat suit. He asked at one point, could he leave? And they told him, yeah. And when he got up to go for the door, one of the cops stood in front of the door and told him he wasn't going anywhere until after they got a warrant signed and strip searched him. So it was horrible. So when I did start Black Lives Matter in June 2020, that's the first thing, that I vocally started talking about. But I do have to rewind because in October 2019, sorry, my notifications are blocking. In October 2019, I had Facebook messaged Lieutenant Michael Ames from the Potsdam Police Department and told him that I was organizing a march and protest for 2 kids there in that area. And one of them was for Garrett Phillips. And, I said, I pray nothing happens to me or my family, but I know that people in your department are not going to like this, and explain to him, the community, we need answers, blah, blah, blah. So he said, why don't you come into the office and speak with me and Police Chief Mark Murray, who is the police chief now, but was the lead investigator on Garrett's case back then. So I go in and I'm not invited into the office. Michael Ames comes out and speaks to me in the lobby. He says that the police chief, Mark Murray, is not available again. And, he proceeds to tell me that that's not how he wanted to spend his Saturday, answering questions from the community about this little boy.
That's a shame.
Yeah. So at that point, I was like, okay, this is even more serious than I thought, and I started a petition seeking truth and justice for Garrett in October 2019. Again, I still wasn't vocal about it to the people I was when I did start BLM. And then, so the last time I had spoken to Ames was when I went in and spoke to him in the lobby in October. And the next thing you know, on Christmas night, he Facebook messages me and asks if me and the kids were home because they have an overabundance of sweets in the office and we're racking their brains on which ones to give it to. And that just sent red flags to me real quick, and I'm like, no, we're good. Yeah, very. Honestly, I feel that was their first attempt.
Wow.
It gives me chills just thinking about it again,
That's very, very weird.
Right. So then he pretty much.
Can you tell them about the bar stuff, what they would say about you?
Oh, yeah. So a community member there whose parents owned a business that the cops frequented, this young lady would hear them saying things about myself and Mr. Youngblood, who actually was the only other Black member on the Black Lives Matter Potsdam, New York team. They being the police would say things like, I keep talking about me. I keep dragging up the past. They want me to shut up about Garrett Phillips. And this was way before I started Black Lives Matter Potsdam, New York. So
I'm trying to put your link, Karen. Your Facebook link to my channel, in the comments. I tried like 5 times and it wouldn't work. I don't know. That's weird. But if you can do it, please put your link down there. Yeah. I was saying that before, but you probably didn't hear me. But I was gonna say, yeah, they did not like her because she was fighting for justice. They wanted her out. No, it didn't work. I don't know why. That's so weird. I don't know. YouTube is acting funny. Did y'all see the link? Let me see. Let me look up here. While I'm looking for that, let me keep letting it play, y'all. Yeah, they wanted her out.
Yeah. From the very beginning of it, you know, they do not want that case solved.
No,
And in my opinion, they
it
will do
wouldn't work
whatever
for
they
me
can to
either.
keep anyone silent about it. And they did try to.
Just got chills. I'm just like, oh, okay.
It's so much, but
No, it didn't
Like
go.
I have like literally chills right now, talking about this.
Weird.
And it just makes me so mad.
My YouTube
That's
is
one thing
acting
on here. I hide no
really
emotions.
weird.
Like if I have to cry, if I have to scream, like don't mind me. Like I'm just 100 like that on this platform, because how could you not be emotional when you're you know what I mean? Like,
right.
whew. Okay. Your son.
Yes, Teron Evans Jr.
When did he get? Okay, so he moved to Potsdam with you, right?
No, he moved to
Oh,
Potsdam in June 2020. So he had just got up there like 2 weeks after I started Black Lives Matter, Potsdam, New York.
and he was Black Lives Matter also, right?
Yes. From the day he got there, he got out there and he protested throughout St. Lawrence County with me.
That's right. I seen the pictures and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yes. Wow. When did he start dating? What's her name again?
Crystal Hamilton is her married name, apparently, and Kip is her birth name. So
When did he start dating her?
So Crystal and Teron met in September 2020, and that's when they started dating.
Let me just hold on one second. Guys, we're trying to give you guys a backstory because this is deep. We brought up Garrett for a reason, because this might be the whole reason why everything is happening to this. You know what I mean? Right. The reason why everything is happening right now. So if you're wondering why, what does Garrett have to do with what's going on with her son? A lot. It might have to do with a lot. So that's the reason why we're trying to give you guys a backstory of Garrett, that police officer, and how everything started. I just wanted to tell them, because they're probably like, what the, you know what I mean? Like, why does Garrett have to do with,
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So go ahead. He started dating her.
Right.
It's
So
still not
they
working.
met and started dating in September 2020. In October 2020, Teron came over to visit, and at that time he was seeing someone else. And I asked him what happened with him and Crystal. He said,
Oh no.
that B is crazy, and she told me she was going to kill me. And my words were, she'll be one dead B. And to be honest with you, I feel like I let him down on that part, but I'm trying to do this right. It's not going to change the system if I end up in it.
Right.
So
That's right.
it's tough. It's very, very tough. But so yeah, that was the last. Go ahead, hon.
How long was they dating?
So as far as I know, they dated for about a month, if that.
Oh.
Yeah, because when he came to me in October, that would have been about a month, and they probably broke up, around the time he came over.
Also, she was buck wild buck. She was nuts. He was like, I got to get the hell away from her before this get even deeper. I
Right.
thought they was together for like 5 months for some reason or something like that. So it was only a month.
Right. That I know of. So I don't know how he ended up back in her house, deceased. She
What?
claims that they were together the whole time. I don't know if you read that big long thing she wrote about him. You know, they were together all this time. She wrote this stuff like she actually knew my son, you know,
He's a
and it's
weirdo.
like, come on now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
read
a
some
lot to
stuff
this
that made me
story.
that, but I'm gonna get into that part. But yeah, we talked about it. Mama said about her saying the little hearts on the window when I go to
Yeah.
work. I said, that bitch
Yeah.
is crazy. She's a fucking nut. But
Yeah.
we're gonna get into that part. But so they was only dating for a month.
Right. That I
So
know of. a
she like
month.
fatal attraction.
That and plus her connections and what she does, you know.
Right. Let's
with
get
law
into that.
enforcement.
She's an informer, right? Allegedly.
Yes.
You gotta say, I have to say allegedly because YouTube
Yes.
guidelines. So she's an informer.
Yes.
Her son said a year, but I would base off mother's word more so. Okay,
What's
well,
that?
we'll get into the call. I don't know. Katie said her son said a year, but I would base off mother's words more so. Did he ever say he was dating her for a year?
Oh no.
No.
No,
But
not that I've ever seen.
No, there was a month. She might have put that up there. She might have put that shit up there. The ex-girlfriend, because she
Yeah, the
has
ex-girlfriend was
contact
blacked
to
out.
his Facebook page.
Right. That spee mentality page that none of his family or friends ever saw.
Right. And we're gonna get into that also. See, y'all, there's a lot of stuff y'all don't know.
So his girlfriend said that she woke up and he was unalive in the bed. She was in one room and he was in the next room. I believe she said that he what was it again, Katie? I forgot. Because she started to take pictures of medications and all this stuff, and it's just really, really, this case is deeper than deep. This case is a lot of cover up, not only with the girlfriend, but with the police too, and whoever she had in her house that day. But we're going to get into that also. So she is an informant, allegedly. I have to say allegedly. She's an informant. Does she ever have like she had parties with the cops? Like,
well, this is when Tehran told me in September that he met this woman. He told me that he said, you know, first of all, he started off, he was like, I met this woman, you know, she's nice and everything, but she keeps, you know, buying me this and buying me that and giving me this and that. He was like, you know, I'm not like that. I just want a good woman. I was like, listen, you know, just be careful, you know. And then he was like, yeah, and there's police that be over there hanging out and a judge and that. I'm like, okay, you know what I do here. You know what we've both been out here doing in these streets, and these cops don't like us. So please be careful, you know, stay away if you can, just be careful. And
Crystal's son, when it wasn't your son that said a year, it was her son. When they questioned him, he said they were dating for a year. So of course he lied.
In his statement, and guess who took his statement? Deputy Sheriff John Jones.
That cop. That dirty, crooked cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Brian also, her son Brian also says, and I didn't find out about like the statements from the sheriffs and reason for them to ever have a file for my son. But they had one already 8+ hours before his death. So whatever happened started the night before. And I believe there's video, which Crystal put out in the community to a couple people. And that video, I believe, is in that file dated January 7th, 2021, that they put the audio only interview of Crystal and her son on January 8th. That's when it was verbally dated by Detective McCarter. That interview is put into the file dated January 7th, 2021.
That's the file that we was talking about that you said that's missing. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Wow.
a file missing.
So I believe they planned and killed my son. They being the police.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Allegedly, the
that's cool.
police, her, and her son.
Yeah, and the district attorney, all of them are all part of it. Because in October 2020, October 19th, 2020, two things that day. First, I had messaged Lieutenant Michael Ames from the Potsdam Police Department, asking him, did he want to hand out candy with Black Lives Matter Potsdam, New York, to the kids in the community. I went and got over 250 bags to hand out, trying to, work with this police reform stuff, build relationships in the community between Black members and law enforcement, and his response was, yeah, I'll be down with it. Now, also that day, I met with the St. Lawrence County District Attorney, Gary Pasqua, demanding that he refer Garrett's case to the New York State Attorney General. And he said, I will run it by my chief ADA. His chief ADA resigned the same day Teron's life ended. Now, this same chief ADA was in office when Nicole Duvet was the district attorney when Garrett Phillips was murdered. And then when Mary Rain, I think it was either right before she got into office or right after, that same chief ADA, Jason Marks, resigned at that time.
Something.
Why you keep resigning when this shit keeps, excuse my mouth, I'm sorry. When this
you
stuff
good.
keeps boiling up about Garrett,
Right. A lot of cover up.
It
A
is.
lot of corruption.
So 5 responding officers. I only received 1 body cam video at the scene. And that was redacted. That was redacted down to 2 minutes and 36 seconds. Even though them 2 Potsdam police officers were at the scene for almost an hour.
Now, y'all saw a little bit of mine, right? I want to show y'all something.
There was no dirt on her feet. They said she used her bed sheet.
Hold on, y'all.
Older sister, but she was only I want to let you all see everything and listen to everything and hear everything.
Okay.
Concerns about her story and possible police misconduct. The autopsy contradicted the suicide claim with no pills. Here's a case that needs your attention.
Oh, come on. Damn it.
Wix is your platform to perform on.
Here's a case that needs your attention. Teron Evans Jr. died under mysterious circumstances on January 8th, 2021. His girlfriend, an informant for the Potsdam, New York police, claimed Teron.
So that's another thing I wanted to tell y'all. When I said the pills, his girlfriend at the time, allegedly, said that he had taken pills, but there was no pills in the autopsy. So if he had took an overdose of 60 pills, why wasn't there was no pills in his autopsy? That's kind of weird. Check this out.
Completed suicide by taking 2 bottles of Wellbutrin, but inconsistencies in the investigation raised concerns about her story and possible police misconduct. The autopsy contradicted the suicide claim, with no pills found in Teron's stomach and no signs of vomiting. The involvement of the chief assistant district attorney, who resigned on the day Teron died, adds another layer to the mystery. Teron's mother, Jennifer Backstrom, was also vocal in the unsolved murder of Garrett Phillips and believed a Potsdam officer could be involved. Jennifer believes her son's death is part of a larger conspiracy within St. Lawrence County, and at the very least would like to see her son's case reopened and an independent investigation be conducted with a second autopsy being performed. Please help get justice for Teron by sharing this video or leaving a comment. And for more information on how you can help, visit the Justice for Teron Evans Jr. Facebook group. Here's a case that needs your attention. Teron.
Now. Okay?
I organized and led Black Lives Matter Potsdam, New York in June 2020. That video you just saw is the very first Black Lives Matter Potsdam, New York event.
You can't really hear her. Can y'all hear her? Son of former Black woman leader led to police informants. Look at that.
My name is Jennifer Backstrom. I organized and led Black Lives Matter Potsdam, New York.
I don't know if y'all
in
can
June
hear her. I
2020.
can barely hear her. Let me
That
turn
video
it
you
up on
just
my
saw
side.
is the
Or
very
it's not.
first Black Lives Matter Potsdam, New York event. My son, Teron Evans Jr., moved to Potsdam, New York in June 2020. On January 8th, 2021, 2 police informants claimed that he unalived himself in their home in Potsdam, New York. I know that my son was targeted, set up, and unalived. In retaliation for me seeking truth and justice for the unsolved murder of a little white boy named Garrett Phillips and the framing
And I want to
of
talk
a black
about that a
man
little
who
bit
they
too.
accused of killing Garrett Phillips named Nick Hillary. This is also a hate crime. To silence me and Teron from the Black Lives Matter movement in Potsdam, New York. This woman, Crystal, who claimed that Teron unalived himself in her home, threw a private memorial for Teron. On that private memorial stand was a shit emoji with big red lips and a gorilla. Crystal invited none of Teron's family or friends to that private memorial, but she invited a man who made a Facebook post about if we came to Potsdam and thought that it was racist, we shouldn't be there, and we're the ones that continued the racism, blah, blah, blah. So, you're about to see the difference in how people react to the shit going on in their own community and the shit going on outside of their own community. What you just saw is them showing up for the unfortunate deaths of those outside of their community due to racism.
Mm.
Now, what you're about to see is how they show up due to deaths, cover ups, conspiracies, racism in their own community, amongst their own police. Truth and Justice for Teron Evans Jr. and many others of Potsdam, New York.
Police Department, Potsdam Police Department, who framed a black man of murder of a young boy named Garrett Phillips to cover up for one of their own.
That's really low. You can't even hear anything.
9 years later, they still don't want to admit that there is racism and bias within their department. But it's okay because the black.
I'm sorry, but that was very, very low that you can't even hear anything. But I just wanted to give you an idea also about this town that they moved to, right? And when I heard someone explain it, I said, oh my God, he just explained it very, very, very well. So if I could find it, then I would do it. I would show it.
Teron Evans Jr., Garrett Phillips.
It's not that. Oh, it might be a short. It might be on the shorts. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know why I can't find it when it's right here. Let me see something. Oh, no, I can't. All right. So this is the little boy, Garrett Phillips.
Imagine if I listen
Oh,
what
no.
they gotta say.
Oh,
I
no.
never give a broke bitch.
We can't do that. I can't lose my channel. Sorry. Okay, but I was trying to show y'all something, but that's the little boy Phillips right there. Okay. You know, one day we should maybe I should cover his case, cover his story, you know? I don't know if this might be music. My son moved to a woman. Let me see.
She claimed he committed suicide in her home. I need my son's death investigated. Please contact the New York State governor requesting her to refer Teron's case to the Attorney General to be investigated. My son moved to Potsdam, New York in June 2020. He
That's
met
the
this
girl,
woman, Crystal
Crystal,
Kipp, in
the
September
fiance,
2020.
the
In
girlfriend.
October 2020, they broke up because she threatened to kill him. And on January 8th, 2021, she claimed he committed suicide in her home. I need my son's death investigated. Please contact the New York State governor requesting her to refer Teron's case to the Attorney General to be
And
investigated.
that's the little
My son
monkey.
moved to Potsdam, New York in June
Let me show
2020. He
y'all
met this
again. Let me
woman, Crystal
slow it.
Kipp, in
Let me
September
pause it and show
2020.
y'all.
In October 2020, they broke up because she threatened to kill him. And on January 8th, 2021, she claimed claimed he committed suicide in her home. I need my son's death investigated. Please contact the New York State Governor requesting her to refer Teron's case to the Attorney General to be investigated.
Okay. Y'all see that little black little monkey? The girlfriend, when she had a get together after the funeral and stuff like that for Teron, and the little decorations by his face and stuff, that's what she put. A little black monkey as a decoration. So when you go back, I don't know, let me see. This thing won't go back. But yeah, that's, let me see. No.
My son moved to Potsdam, New York in June 2020. He met this woman, Crystal Kipp, in September 2020. In October 2020, they broke up because she threatened to kill him. And on January 8th,
Okay.
2021, she claimed he committed suicide in her home. I need my son's death investigated. Please contact the New York State
Let me
Governor.
show y'all. You see, she has his pictures and stuff right there. Right? Okay.
Requesting her to refer Teron's case to the
And
Attorney
then
General.
boom, another decoration at the memorial or whatever, that she had was the little monkey. That's a problem. I had a problem with that. His mother definitely had a problem with that. She feels like, her son's life was taken because she does Black Matters. Well, her son does Black Matters. She was fighting for a little boy. They wanted her out of that town. They targeted her. They couldn't get her, so they got her son. They got her son. And that's just messed up. This case is very deep. We're gonna have to have her back up here. So she could get her story out some more. But I just wanted to let her know I have not forgot about your son or your story. And we are still praying, and we still want to help you push the story out, push this case out. Man, this is messed up. They couldn't get to her, so they got her son. Just to keep her mouth shut, because she was fighting for justice. She was doing what was right. Y'all see what's going on out here in the world? Do y'all see what the hell is going on? This is what happens when you fighting for what's right. Next case. Now, Karen sent me these two beautiful little girls, Kayla and Holly N. Actually, the next three. Kayla Santilano. Let me see if I can find her on here. Actually. It's Layla. I'm sorry. Layla. Layla. Oh, yes, she's up here. She is up here.
Tonight, the mother of a missing woman from
Hold
Fox
on.
Sports says she believes. Tonight, the mother of a
Look at that. I had no problem finding the next case. You know why? Because there's people talking about it. When people don't talk about cases, you're not going to find it. I had no problem just finding this young lady's case at all. So Layla Santillano, Saint Alino. Y'all know I can't say damn names wrong. Okay, Layla is 21 years old. She was last seen in barefoot at an ice cream parlor in Kingsport, Tennessee on June. Since then, there have been almost zero clues as to what happened to her or where she's gone. The Law and Crime Network, Jesse Weber speaks with the woman's mother. So we're going to see what they have to say about this. So wait a minute, she's 21 years old? She was last seen at an ice cream parlor? And that's is barely nothing on her? But what's strange is this happened in Kingsport, Tennessee, 2022, June 26. What's strange is the next case happened in Kingsport, Tennessee, around the same time, same familiar similarities with the girls. So we're going to do these two girls back to back because we might be looking at human trafficking. Okay? Let me put my disclaimer back up. My one day said I just subbed to your page, Karen. Thank you, Express, for doing that. You're awesome. Awesome. Okay. So let's see what they got to say.
A missing woman from Kingsport says she believes someone knows where her daughter is. 21-year-old
Okay. Hell
Layla
yeah.
Santinello disappeared in June. In August, Kingsport police conducted a multi-agency search for that young woman. The TBI is also involved in this search. That agency issued an endanger young adult alert for Layla on August 3rd. Her mother shared this message for anyone with information.
I want to remind that person that Layla has a little girl. And whatever might have happened,
Oh,
that little
wow.
girl is going to need to know someday.
That mother is offering a $2,000 reward for information on her daughter.
That's what they got for her? Nah, we're going to have to find something else, baby.
Tonight, the mother.
Okay, well, here we go.
Today, approximately 100 first responders are searching an area of approximately 320 acres, searching for evidence in connection to the missing person case of Layla Santinello.
A mom has been missing in Tennessee for months, and now it's being reported she may have had a mystery man on the side. We'll have a chance to speak with this woman's mother about her efforts to get her daughter back. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Oh,
we want to get into this story out of Tennessee. It's a really chilling one. A 21-year-old mother named Layla Santinello has been missing since June. Now, the last time that she was seen was at the Marble Slab Creamery in Kingston's East Stone Commons Shopping Center on June 27th. She was reportedly barefoot and was headed to a store to buy shoes. She never did. Now, according to her stepmother, Layla disappeared a few days after getting into an apparent argument with her live-in boyfriend about possibly another man that she was seeing. The identities of these two people have not been publicly announced. But after this fight, she reportedly left, ran out of the home without any.
Wait a minute, because I don't see that. He said she was supposed to be buying shoes. I thought it said ice cream. Well, I'm bugging or something. Not tripping. No, Tennessee. Barefoot at an ice cream parlor in Kingsport. It says an ice cream parlor in Kingsport. Okay, but let's listen. Let's continue.
For stuff, staying with friends. She maybe stayed with this other love interest. And we don't know so much of this, but what we do know is that 2 days before she vanished, she checked into a motel where witnesses were saying that she was going door to door, maybe got into an altercation with somebody. Now, all these months later, Layla, a mother of a 2-year-old daughter, has still not been found. I want to bring in right now a very special guest, Layla's mother, Jennifer Santinello. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming on here. I told you before we started, just let me tell you again, I know this is an incredibly difficult time for you and your family, and it's not easy. Hopefully, telling this story can make more people aware and help out in any way that they can. But I
I'm
just
going
want
to put his
thank you
link
again
down
for coming on
below.
to talk about
Hopefully it works
this time.
because it was not working before.
No, thank
these
you for
links.
having me.
I really want to start with this kind of newer update. This claim from Brittany Zeitler, Layla's stepmother, that Layla may have been seeing another man. Can you tell us about that?
And I'm
Yes,
going to put
there were a lot of rumors swirling around about what
Karen
the
Evans'
argument
mother.
might have been about. Some people said it was an argument over money. Um, some people said that he was telling her about herself and things like, you really need to get your stuff together. And I took credence to that one because that is something that my daughter would hear and get very stubborn about and be like, okay, fine, I'll get my stuff together. I'll show you, and walk out the door. She's a very stubborn person. This new allegation of a love interest, it's very new. I'm not even sure exactly where it came from, so I can't really verify it. Um,
Have you
but
spoken to
it's not
Brittany
been.
about this? Like, how did she how did she know, or why is she saying that there's maybe another person in Layla's life?
It seems to me that somebody on Facebook reached out to her with that information, but I've not been able to verify it myself. I don't know who that person was, and they apparently don't want to talk to me.
And any conversations you had with Layla indicating that she might have been seeing somebody other than her boyfriend?
No, it was actually quite a shock, that idea. She and her boyfriend were very codependent. They you never saw one without the other, like, ever. So when he reached out asking me if I knew if she was in jail or if I knew where she was, I was like completely thrown because
I'm having a problem, guys, for some reason with my link. It's not working right. I'm boosting my phone just to make sure it's my phone. But can someone go to his page, put his link in the comments, and also to Teron Evans' mother's page and put hers in the comments too for me? I do appreciate that. I don't know why my thing is not working.
she's always with him. So why are you asking me where she is? Because for the last almost 2 years, she's always with you. So I really didn't think that would have been an issue. There were some thoughts later on as time went by, like maybe she did meet somebody else and took off with them. It was kind of a hopeful thing, like maybe she just met somebody else and she doesn't want to be with him anymore, and she'll turn up as soon as she's ready to tell us all what happened.
And just to be clear, the relationship that Layla was in with her live-in boyfriend, this is one that you approved of or you didn't approve of?
It wasn't a healthy relationship. It was very codependent, slightly toxic, a little bit controlling.
baby girl.
It was something that a lot of young women go through.
Piles of paperwork and no time for strategic HR? Let Bob clear up your to-do list. Say hi to Bob.
On their journey to find
Madison, Can you send me your friend's story again? I couldn't get to your messenger thing for some reason today. The one who was unalive. Send me his case, please. So her boyfriend was in they was in a toxic relationship. Wow.
Find their person. I've had relationships like that when I was young. You have to learn from them and move on. My disapproval, I tried very hard not to harp on her about that. She really loved this man. And she's a stubborn girl. So if I did bring up issues like, oh, that's concerning or that's a red flag, she would get upset with me. And so what I had to do was sort of try to guide and advise as best as I could without being pushy because I didn't want to push her away.
My phone's back.
Once they started dating, I did feel like she was already starting to isolate away from the family little by little over the 2 years. So I was very, very careful with how I addressed the situation with her.
Is this man, if you can, was he ever violent with Layla?
Not that I know of. I know that they argued a lot. I know there was a lot of verbal and mental stuff going on, but not that she has never said to me that he was physically violent with her.
Has anybody said anything to you that would indicate that he had some knowledge or involvement in what happened to Layla?
We all have our theories on that.
It's working again. I had to turn my
Do I
phone
think
off and turn it back on.
I don't think he did anything directly to her. I sometimes feel like he might know more than what he's saying.
Do you know if police have spoken to him?
Oh yeah, multiple times. He's cooperated.
What is the latest in the police investigation? What have authorities been telling you?
Not a lot, actually. In the state of Tennessee, I guess it's illegal to discuss open investigations with anyone outside law enforcement. Early on, in the very first 4 to 5 weeks, she was considered a missing person. It was almost 5 weeks before they considered her a missing and endangered person. So in those 4 weeks, they were happy to update us, but then and this is my theory, this is my thoughts. No one has said this to me, but it almost seemed like whenever the endangered missing alert went up, that indicated that they believed something criminal was going on, and they kind of tightened up and quit giving us the regular updates. And I have conversations with them, but they stop short and say I can't go into that, or you know what I mean?
And just to be clear, with Layla, it wouldn't have been common for her to just disappear, walk off, right?
No. Maybe for a few days, maybe to go clear her head, or I mean, that first week I was in denial. I 100% expected her to walk through my door. 100%. This really didn't seem like it was real. And here we are 5 months later.
Wow.
It's unimaginable. It's really unimaginable. And I can't tell you how sorry I am. My understanding though, what was the last conversation you had with Layla? You mentioned that her boyfriend reached out to you. That's how you found out that she was missing. He thought that she might have been in jail, was asking you where she was. And then you reached out to Layla, right?
Yes. Well, he messaged me from her Facebook Messenger account, which I found strange. And then I asked questions. Why would she be in jail? What are you talking about? Why is she not with you? What's going on? And he never responded.
Interesting.
Okay. So I went to bed. I go to bed early. I get up really early. I go to bed. When I
Layla,
wake
I'm
up in the
okay.
morning,
Thank good.
I
I'm
have a
fine,
message
Mom.
from Layla
What
from
the
her
hell
Facebook
did you
Messenger
think
account.
you were in jail
And
for?
it just
I
says,
don't
I'm
know.
okay.
I've been with a friend.
So I immediately, oh, thank God, what's going on?
Okay, I
Why
love
does he think you were in jail? And she gives me these very short answers, which is not like her. She normally is much more descriptive. And she just, I'm okay. Don't worry. I don't know why he thought that. I'm with a friend. I don't have a phone. I had to borrow someone's phone to log in. And I was like, all right, and I'm thinking her boyfriend has access to this account. She doesn't want to say too much. This is my opinion, my theory. So she just gives me these short answers. I don't want to say too much and cause any problems between the two of them. So I'm
Mm.
like, okay, you be safe and I love
Yeah,
you.
right.
And the last thing she said to me was, I love you even more. And I put my phone down and went about my day, expecting a phone call at some point for her to call and tell me what was happening. And the call never came.
Do you think that wasn't her messaging you?
I thought that for a long time. I wondered that for a very long time. There
That's
are
weird.
ways to verify through Facebook what device was used and where. And
Mhm.
unless somebody went from here to there, logged into somebody else's phone, and logged back out, and then went home and started texting me as the boyfriend, it's most likely her, like 90% sure.
Are you
Someone would
still
have to go through a whole lot of trouble.
are you no, are you still in contact with the boyfriend? Are you talking to him regularly about what's happening, or has he reached out to you?
Yeah, here and there. Been a very difficult situation. There's been a lot of emotions and a lot of, you know, people want to blame. They want to blame each other. They want to have somebody to blame. There's, been some arguments. I try to avoid conflict with him. Um, I recently, well, a couple of months ago now, gosh, time's been flying so fast, emptied out
Mm.
Layla's storage unit and some of his things were in it. So I had reached out to him, do you want your clothes? Do you want your shoes? Like, I've got these boxes of things for you. And so most of our conversations lately have been about planning to meet so we can trade because he's got some of Layla's stuff as well.
I mentioned how there were reports that before she vanished, she had been at a
I'm gonna
hotel
change
or she
my
was
other
wandering around
live for
this
tomorrow.
shopping center barefoot looking to buy shoes. Does any of that make sense to you? Do you have any?
No.
What that might mean?
There are so many things about that last day that don't make any sense, that aren't like her, that are way out of character. She was at that hotel acting strangely, acting afraid. She apparently forgot what room she was visiting and was knocking on random people's doors. And people offered her help. Do you need to call someone? Do you need a ride somewhere? And she said no and went on, continued back out to the parking lot. And they said that she was kind of hiding in the shadows a little bit. There's been a lot of different theories as to why that was. Some people say that it was because management told her she was causing a ruckus and they were going to kick her out if she didn't stop, and she was trying to stay inconspicuous. I don't know. And then at one point, the police did pull in, and they were going somewhere else on the property that had nothing to do with her, but she, I guess, panicked and took off running.
Oh.
And what there's behind that hotel, there's these woods and then this big long field. And after the fact, we discovered that there is, like, I guess the homeless will go out there and like sleep in the summertime. There was like blankets and pillows from the hotel that people had drug out to sleep on the ground. And we believe she spent the night out there in those woods, which was like devastating to me when I heard it, because it's so unlike her to not call. The fact that she did not call before sleeping in the woods absolutely broke my heart.
My understanding is you've hired a private detective to get some more information. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
Has that helped? Have you learned anything that you haven't learned from law enforcement?
The PI has been very, very helpful, but he has asked me not to share his
Sure.
investigation.
How do you take 20,000 children in the middle of New York City without anybody seeing?
He has been helpful.
That's weird that she got that text. It sounded like that was somebody else texting. I mean, to her, she's saying it sounds like her daughter, but I'm thinking that was somebody else. I mean, it's easy for somebody to do that. She's saying that it had to be it had to be some hard work for somebody to go here, there, and then text her. But if they had her phone, It would have never been that hard of work for them to do that. If they had her phone, they could be pretending that's her. Especially if they know her so well and they be around her, they know how she talks to her mother, what what vibe she gives when she talks to her mother. You know what I mean? Like, hey mom, or what's up mom, or what kind of kick vibe she gives. Like, the boyfriend and her live together. And I'm not saying that he did anything. This is all allegedly. But this young lady is still missing. Where is she? Unless she had a side dude on the side. Or she could have been kidnapped and we could be looking at a traffic, because the next case that I'm going to show you is very similar comparison with this young lady. But let's continue.
And he has discovered a few different things, but I'm not at liberty to discuss them.
Completely understand. Going back again to this potential mystery man, right? This again, have you spoken to Brittany about it? And also, has law enforcement been updated about this? Are they now looking into this potential mystery individual?
I have not spoken to Brittany directly about it. I have spoken to some of Layla's friends trying to figure out who it was that gave Brittany the information, but I haven't spoken directly to Brittany about it, no.
And law enforcement, you don't know if they're looking into who this could be or what's going on with that, right?
I'm sure they are.
Okay.
I'm sure they are. They're not going to tell me exactly what they're doing, but I'm sure that they're looking into it.
I wanted to ask you, Jennifer, how people can help, and I
Daughter
want
was
to be
hurt
clear
too,
about how
right,
people
Katie?
can really help you, because I've also understood that you and Brittany have also received what was really a sick hoax. People requesting money from a Cash App from your daughter's account. It turned to be like a really, really horrible hoax or prank. I don't know what you want to call it. It was really disturbing. I don't know if you want to talk about that, but I want you to tell me also, tell all of us, how can
because of
we
the
help you
phones,
in
the
any way?
BNPNS. Oh, girl, I
For
don't know nothing
starts,
about
I
that
would call
stuff.
the Cash App situation more of a scam.
Yep.
Someone realized that they had access to her Cash App account,
But-
and a couple weeks after she went missing,
And that's
started
stuff I want to
sending
learn, though.
ransom messages and requests for money. And we went through weeks of not knowing who it was or whether or not my daughter was on the other end. Early on, I asked a lot of particular questions that would have been answered if it was her, if she was on the other side of this thing, being held. And when those particular questions were ignored and not answered, I was like, okay, not her. If it's her and she really wants to come home, she's going to tell me what her baby brother's middle name is. And that's just the reality of the situation.
See?
But this person did continue to engage with us and did say some awful, awful, awful things that they wanted to do to her if we didn't send the money. And it was just a really ugly and unfortunate added pain to the entire situation.
Yeah.
This person thought that they could gain something out of our pain and our emotional
That's a shame when people do that.
issue. Oh.
Nice lesson. Any questions?
Yeah. Know any good babysitters?
Well, my niece.
Me.
How can people really help you?
Share her face.
There we go.
Share her face. I don't believe.
That's a shame when people do stuff like that. They prey on the victim's parents or the victim's loved ones, knowing that they're vulnerable at this time, so they try to prey on them. They did that to somebody else that I was working a case with, and saw how vulnerable they was and started threatening them for money and stuff like that, saying, I got your loved one. You ain't have shit. You ain't have nobody loved one. I hate when people do stuff like that. Like, I dare you. Like, how could you? People forget The same thing you doing to these family members, it can happen to you. It can happen to you. What about if this shit happens to you? How would you like it?
Believe that she is no longer on this earth. I think she's out there somewhere, and whether she's been taken an unfortunate added pain to the entire situation.
Yeah.
This person thought that they could gain something out of our pain and our emotional issue. So
How can people really help you?
share her face.
There we go.
Share her face. I don't believe that she is no longer on this earth.
Hey,
I think
Terry.
she's out there somewhere, and whether she's been taken by force or by emotional manipulation, someone's not letting her talk to me some way or another.
June
And I
26th,
really do believe she's out there somewhere.
2022.
I hope so too. I hope so too. What? By the way, what is Layla like? You know, we always talk about. I want to. Who is she? What's she like? What's her personality? I mean, you
That's
kind of
my
give us an indication
question.
that these short
Ooh,
answers weren't really her,
that's
but
my
moreover, just who is she as a daughter, as a friend, as a mother?
Right.
She's got this big energy. She has this huge, larger than life, super extra personality.
Yeah,
She's creative and just a big ball of light. She's sassy and has an attitude, and she's strong, and she's so stubborn. And I've said this 1,000 times, her stubbornness and her insistence on having what she wants when she wants it terrified me for most of her life.
Right.
Oh, she was fearless. As a child, she would go and jump off cliffs and like do all these crazy things, absolutely no fear. So when they said that she was running around looking scared and acting scared, it definitely did not sound like the person that I raised, you know?
How is her daughter doing?
She's thriving. She's doing very well. She's just 2.5, and she doesn't really know exactly what's going on. She spent a lot of time here up until Layla's disappearance anyway, so it's not like a huge difference, but she does ask after her mother, and she's 2, so I can't really explain the situation just yet. I'm hoping that we find her before I have to.
Yeah.
That's what we hope to.
Yeah.
Jennifer Santinello, thank you so much for coming on. I am wishing for a safe return to
We are
Layla, to
too.
you, to your family, to her daughter. And hopefully people will see this and can provide some helpful information to you. But I'm just wishing all the best to you and your family. Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Angel Soft toilet paper is strong. Kingsport family.
Okay. I know, it's so sad. So sad. Guys, the 10 o'clock live, I changed it to tomorrow at 8:15. Okay, 8 to tomorrow night. Yeah, I changed it to tomorrow night because I was gonna come back on and do a 10 o'clock tonight live, but I gotta get sleep tonight. I can't do it like I did yesterday because yesterday we got off around 1:30 in the morning. I didn't get to sleep until probably 6 in the morning, and I got like 2 hours. I can't do that today because I've been doing that lately a lot and not eating, and I can't do that because I have a phone thing tomorrow, something very important to do, so I got to be really focused. But okay, this next case is interesting because her name is Holland Snap, and she's been missing since October 15th, 2023. She's 19 and she missing from Kingsport, Tennessee, exactly where the other young lady went missing from that we just saw. Isn't that strange? So the other young lady was missing June 26th. This one's a year difference, few months difference. But let's check it out though. Let's see. I'm wondering if this is human traffic.
Praying tonight for the safe return of their loved one. They haven't heard from 19-year-old Holland Snap since early October. Tonight, they tell Fox 39's Kylie Hill more about the moments leading up to her disappearance. Holland's family says they haven't heard from her since October 5th. Now, a month has gone by with no answers and no new leads as to what happened that day.
Karen sent me
Everybody
this
who
one
knows
also.
Holland loves Holland. 19-year-old Holland Snap was adopted at age 10 by her mom, Heather Snap, after being part of Leslie Hunt's foster family.
She made me a mother, and I
She
couldn't
like a
be more
baby.
grateful. I love my daughter more than anything.
Snap says her daughter has always had a big heart.
She ends up in a lot of situations because she is so sweet and trusting. And she does mean to be super kind. So she's like, this person deserves a chance. Sometimes they do. Sometimes not so much.
Holland was reportedly last seen in the Bell Ridge Drive area in Kingsport, according to the TBI. Both Snap and Hunt filed a police report on October 15th. They say her disappearance is extremely out of character.
Somebody knows something somewhere. There has to be somebody that knows something. And if that one person maybe could just tell what they know, we would all be eternally grateful for that. We just know that if she was near a phone or near a computer or near a laptop, near anything, she would contact one of us or one of her friends or her biological family. She would contact somebody. This is just not like her.
Snap says Holland's mentality functions significantly lower than her actual
Where did
age.
she go
And that
missing
makes her
from?
even more endangered than your typical 19-year-old. She's not just a 19-year-old. She's a 19-year-old that behaves much more like a 9 and 10-year-old.
Snap adds her daughter also faces mental health
Like
difficulties
my daughter.
and struggled to find the right treatment for Holland.
We have
Wow.
to get her help and get her in a healthy state of mind and integrate her back into our family and help her find healthy relationships.
Now, both are simply waiting for answers and to see Holland home again.
We love you and we are praying for you. Once before, I told you that every day at 11 o'clock, I set my alarm to go off on my phone to pray for you, and I'm still doing that. Every day at 11 o'clock, I'm praying for you, and I hope that you'll be back with us soon.
I'm told the investigation is currently ongoing with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. If you have any information regarding Holland's whereabouts, you're asked to call the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office. That information is on our homepage at WCYB.com.
She came behind me with a charger cord.
Kingsport family.
An endangered young persons alert has been issued by Sullivan County Sheriff's Office in Tennessee for 19-year-old Holland Snap. She's got brown hair, hazel eyes, and is approximately 4 foot 10 inches tall and weighs approximately 110 pounds. She was last seen on the 15th of October on Bell Ridge Drive in Kingsport. If you've seen Holland or have any credible tips as to where she might be, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office and the Tennessee Bureau of
Yeah,
Investigation
but was she
want
at
to hear from
home
you. Call Sullivan County.
or okay?
Hello again, everyone. If you've just come over from my main channel, Michelle After Dark, and this is your first visit to this, my second channel, Michelle Walks, please subscribe. If you like Michelle After Dark, then you're going to like this channel as well, because I cover a bunch more cases over on this channel. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. You know you want it. You know you want it.
I know
All
that's
right,
right,
so in
girl.
this video, we're going to talk about two cases. We're going to talk about a missing 19-year-old from Kingsport in Tennessee. Her name is Holland Snap. I did a YouTube shorts, actually did a TikTok, but when I TikTok, I put them on YouTube as YouTube shorts. But not a lot of people saw it, so I'm doing a proper full video about Holland. Now, her mother has now spoken out to WJHL, so I'm going to read that article to you. I'm also going to talk about Finn Creaney. Now, I covered Finn Creaney a while ago as part of my Where Is series. So this is Finn. That was 5 months ago, and there's been no updates whatsoever. Now, his dad, who has been relentlessly searching for Finn all across the hills and the Scottish Highlands, has given an
Hey,
update on
Shay
TikTok.
Shay.
So I want to play that. But first, let's talk about Holland. I'm going to play the YouTube short that I did yesterday, because that gives the basic bare bones of Holland's disappearance. So
Yeah, I
here
need
that
to
is.
know that
An
base.
endangered young persons alert has been issued by Sullivan County Sheriff's Office in Tennessee for 19-year-old Holland Snap. She's got brown hair, hazel eyes, and is approximately 4 foot 10 inches tall and weighs approximately 110 pounds. She was last seen on the 15th of October on Bell Ridge Drive in Kingsport. If you've seen Holland or have any credible tips as to where she might be, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation want to hear from you. Call Sullivan County Sheriff's Office at 423-279.
Head to web.com and let our AI tools bring
Yeah,
your website to
commercials
life
there, for
today.
God's sake. Come on.
7330 or 1-800-TBI-FIND. All right, so she was last seen in Kingsport, Tennessee on the 15th of October.
You're doing what? Oh,
And
sorry.
yes, it's the same town that Summer Wells was last seen at. You know, the swimming hole and the smoke shop and the Priceless and the Walgreens and all of that stuff. That was Kingsport. So if you're following the Summer Wells case, you will know Kingsport. There's also another missing young adult out of Kingsport, Tennessee, who's been missing, last seen on the 27th of June. That's Layla Santinello. She was 20 when she went missing. She's now 21. She's had a
See,
birthday. So it's
comparisons?
interesting that we've got two young people who are approximately the same age missing out of the same town.
Right.
Now, Holland was last seen 5 miles away from where Layla was last seen. So I don't know whether there's a relationship between them or they're completely different. I don't know. But at this stage, I'm not going to speculate, although I kind of want to, but I'm not going to. Okay, so mother speaks out on missing endangered 19-year-old Holland Snap. Heather Snap said Friday she hasn't heard from her daughter, Holland, since October the 5th. Now, remember, she was seen allegedly on October the 15th. That's what the TBI's Endangered Missing Young Adult Alert says. It's been a nightmare, Snap told News Channel 11. I mean, it's horrible to wake up every day and think, my goodness, where is my daughter? Snap adopted 19-year-old Holland when she was just 10 years old. Both Snap and Leslie Hunt, Holland's former foster parents, said it's not like her to stop communicating. She was reported last seen in Kingsport, according to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, but she's not from Kingsport. So she was last seen in Kingsport, but she's not from Kingsport. Right. It does worry me a little bit more just knowing how she is and how she's a little more trusting of people. That's concerning, Hunt told News Channel 11. Snap and Hunt filed a police report with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office on Sunday.
And let's not forget, just because she's 19, her mentality is a little younger because of her disability. And I get that because my youngest daughter is the same thing. So, and she's way friendly, and someone could just probably take advantage of this baby, man. These kids are just going missing. Like, she is so adorable too. So adorable.
While the investigation is ongoing, as of now, there are no plans for grid searches, said Sullivan County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigator Captain Richard Frazier. What? They're not searching? What? We're just following up on tips, conducting interviews. I really don't want to get into what we're doing or where we've been, Frazier said. Snap said her daughter Holland struggles with mental health difficulties, but with few treatment options near her family home in Chucky, she often had to choose between treatment and being near her family. Oh, it's dreadful. So let's see where Chucky is. All right, so it's down here. So it's south of Kingsport, 32 miles away, approximately. So I don't know why she was in Kingsport.
Right, that's why I'm looking at other people's stuff.
I'd like to know more why she was out there. Holland's backstory. So kind of not much in Chucky, very rural. Okay, back to this article. Terrible that she's got to choose between treatment options and being near her family when she's got.
Yeah,
it's the same here. Exactly the same here. Mental health services. Terrible. My daughter wouldn't be in the situation that she was in if she'd been able to access resources in her hometown. So I don't know what situation she's in. I don't know if she's referring to her mental health alone, or I guess that's bad enough, or there's other things going on in Holland's life. I don't know. For now, the women are pleading for Holland to contact them. We love you and we miss you very much. And if you can, just please reach out to somebody. Snap said she's just as worried as Hunt, but is working to stay strong and keep the search going. We have to find her, said Hunt. When all's said and done, I will allow myself to grieve, but right now I'm ready to fight and I want my daughter back. So that's it. If you have got a tip or any credible lead at all, if you've seen Holland, TBI, we all know it if you've been following the Summer Wells case, it's 1-800-TBI find. Okay.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, y'all. Hold on. What the hell? Hold on. That's not what we do. Okay.
The search continues tonight for a 19-year-old woman from Kingsport. It's our top story. Good evening. I'm Casey Marler. Sarah Diamond has the night off. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation has issued a young adult alert for 19-year-old Holly-Ann Snap of Sullivan County. Authorities say Snap was last seen in the Bell Ridge Drive area of Kingsport on October 15th. News Channel 11's Catherine Simpson met with Holly-Ann's mother today. Catherine?
Casey, Holland's mother told me her daughter last reached out to her on October 5th, but when she hadn't heard anything in a week, she started to worry.
It's been a nightmare. I mean, it's horrible to wake up every day and think, my goodness, where is my daughter?
Heather Snap adopted now 19-year-old Holland when she was 10. Both Snap and Holland's former foster parent, Leslie
Where did
Hunt,
she get
say it's
taken
not like her
from?
to stop communicating.
It does worry me a little bit more. Just knowing how she is and how she's very trusting of people, that's concerning.
Snap and Hunt filed a police report with the Sullivan County Sheriff's Office on Sunday. Since then, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation issued an endangered young adult alert for Holland, increasing the urgency of their search.
We're just following up on tips, conducting interviews. I really don't want to get into kind of what we're doing or where we've been.
Snap says Holland struggles with mental health difficulties, but with few treatment options near her family home in Chuckey, she often had to choose between treatment and being near her family.
My daughter wouldn't be in the situation that she was in if we had been able to access resources in our hometown.
For now, the women are pleading
It's
for
just
Holland to
happened, y'all.
contact them.
We love you
months,
and
2
we miss
months.
you very much. And if you can, please just reach out to somebody. You know, we do not feel like it's a situation where she doesn't want to talk to us.
Snap says she's just as worried as Hunt, but is working to stay strong and keep the search going.
We have to find her. When that is all said and done, I will allow myself to grieve. But right now, I'm ready to fight, and I want my daughter back.
Frazier told me the department welcomes tips from the public. He says they have not identified any specific areas for a grid search yet. Casey.
Catherine, thank you very much. And if you have any information about Snap's whereabouts, you are asked to call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation
Me
or the
too,
Sullivan County
Express.
Sheriff's Office. Both
Impressed.
of those numbers are right there on your screen.
We're going to keep them in our prayers for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. Since we're on YouTube, we might as well stay on the lynch for this one. Okay. All right, the last one, y'all, is where is Marissa? High Point woman disappears. Where is Marissa Carmichael? 25
We
years
call
old.
ourselves Boricua. We're proud, passionate.
Point family wants to know what happened to their daughter. Greensboro police say Marissa Carmichael disappeared. Family wants to know what happened to their daughter. Greensboro
Right.
police say Marissa Point family wants to know what
Yeah,
happened
what's
to
wrong
their
with this
daughter.
thing?
Greensboro police say Point family wants to know what happened.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with this damn laptop right now. This is the last case, y'all. Marissa Carmel. I probably say it wrong. 25 years old, missing January 14th, a few days ago. Now, this is pretty strange, and I'm going to tell you why. She called 911, right? I think she was at a store or something. Let me just go look. They're going to say it too, I'm pretty sure, but let me look at my... Hold on. Yeah, this is really strange too. Okay. January 14th, 2020, January 14th of this year, she was last seen in the Exxon gas station on East Market Street in Greenboro, in North Carolina. According to her family, Marissa went to the gas station after leaving a nightclub. At the gas station, she called 911. She said she had been robbed. I don't know where I am in Greensboro. I just got my stuff thrown out the car. He took off with my phone, and I have no clue where I am. Marissa told dispatcher in the 911 call she was last seen wearing a white t-shirt, blue jeans, and yellow sneakers. She has a heart-shaped tattoo on her face and a butterfly tattoo near her eye. If you have any information about her whereabouts, please call Greenboro Cut for Crime Stopper. Let me tell y'all something. That's some weird, crazy shit. Okay? Because she called 911 and she said, listen, help me. I just been robbed. They took off with my stuff. They took off with my phone. But she's on the phone with 911, so I don't know how she got another phone. And whoever's phone does she get to use, where the hell is she? What's today's date? Today is the 21st. This happened on the 14th. Okay? That's strange. Let's see what the news has to say. You have a young girl that goes to the club, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? Go to the club, but goes to the gas station and this happens to her. Why was she by herself? And was she by herself is the question. How many times do we say, if you're going out clubbing or if you're going to the store, if you're going shopping, wherever you're going, you do not go by yourself. She probably called from the gas station, right? I didn't think of that. Thank you, Katie. See, that's why I got my Brooklyn squad here with y'all. See, that's why I got y'all here. I didn't think of that. Didn't think of that. Thank y'all. You was gonna say the same thing, Shay. Yeah, I'm like, well, how did she get the phone? Duh, Jasmine. She called, go from the gas station, right? And they probably grabbed her and took her. Damn. But that's why we say, always take a buddy with you. Please, ladies. Buddy up. Buddy the hell up, man. Stop leaving y'all friends to do whatever. Stop going to get the wee-wee or the cookie from somebody and hang out with your peoples. Buddy up. That cookie and wee-wee gonna be there when you get back? The fuck? Let's see what the news gotta say.
To their daughter. Greensboro police say Marissa Carmichael disappeared after going out with a friend last Saturday. Questions remain about what happened next. WFMY News 2's Nick Norman spoke to the woman's mother, who's desperate for answers.
That's right, Sydney. Marissa Carmichael has been missing for nearly 3 days. The mother of 5 hasn't been seen since early Sunday morning. Her family members are doing what they can to find her. A family in shambles.
We need more help because she is out there somewhere.
They're searching for 25-year-old Marissa Carmichael, a
She's
High Point
beautiful.
daughter, sister, and mother.
She would not put us through this worry. She would not miss being with her kids.
Her mother, Sarah Carmichael, says Marissa went to a club in downtown Greensboro Saturday night, just hours before she was last seen. Family members say she left the club with someone and ended up at a gas station on West Market Street. At some point, family say she got into an argument with the person, so she called 911 saying she'd been robbed. They say she eventually got into a car with someone else and hasn't been seen since.
What?
Not only does her mother fear for her life,
Even if it's not good, we need to know. We need to know.
She worries about Marissa's 5 children.
She's a good person, and I cannot have my grandbaby not have their mom.
She has a message for Marissa.
We're looking for you. Just contact us. Just contact us. Contact the police. Contact somebody. So many people are looking for you. We love you. And we miss you.
Greensboro police are investigating. I spoke to the workers at the gas station tonight. They tell me they're not aware of the situation, but there are missing posters on the front of the door in case anyone has seen Marissa
How the
Carmichael.
fuck they not aware of the situation?
Recordings
And
just got
they
back.
don't want to get involved.
Hey, it's Dana from.
Point family wants to know what happened to their daughter. Greensboro police say Marissa Carmichael
That's the same thing. That was for, well, this is the update. Okay. Let me see.
Point family wants to know what happened to their daughter. Greensboro police say Marissa Carmichael disappeared after going out with a friend last Saturday. Questions remain about what happened.
It's the same thing. Oh, it's the same thing as the other one. How the hell are they going to say they don't know about what's going on? But obviously, she used their phone. That's that bullshit. And where I was about to say that next. Where's the cameras? Where's the fucking cameras at? She must have been pretty scared or intoxicated to take off with someone else. Right. Exactly. Where's the cameras at? Right. So wait, she goes to the club with somebody. First of all, who does she go to the club with? And where's her homegirl? If she went to the club with a female, where they at? Maybe it wasn't a female. Who did she go to the club with? She goes to the club. She goes to the gas station. She gets into an argument. She calls from I don't know where. We saying the gas station. Y'all say the gas station she called from. They saying they don't know what's going on. That's bullshit. Get their damn phone records too. But then she gets in the car with somebody else and she winds up fucking the people that she got into an argument with robbed her, but she winds up missing with the person that helped her out, I guess. Yeah, this shit is weird and devious and could be a setup. See, the person that helped her out, that could have been a setup. We're like, yo, we're going to act like, I don't know you. And I'm going to help her out. And then we're going to grab this bitch and do our thing. And, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. They could be acting like that. This is confusing. She called 911 but leaves with the person who robbed her? No, she left with somebody else. That's what I'm saying. She left with somebody else. Something's not right here. The gas station should have protected her while if they had to lock the door or whatever, or even they stayed in the bathroom. That ain't gonna happen, girl. Hey, Dr. RBH. How are you? Right, yeah. She got robbed and called for help and took off with someone else. Right. She got robbed and called for help, but took off with somebody else. I guess that tried to help her. But now she's messing with that person and he probably kidnapped her. What the fuck? What is going on? Could this have been a setup? Could this have been one of those weird, crazy things? Like in the movie Enough? Let's see if we could find something else on her. Let's see. We got to find something else on her. We always go to my boy Arctic Fox. Let's see what he
is
knows.
going on, guys. This is Arctic Fox. Welcome back to the channel. Today
Let's see
we
what
are
my boy
looking
got.
at the missing persons case of
Maybe
25-year-old
he got some more
Marissa Carmichael,
information that
who
we don't
is
know.
missing out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Now, Marissa is a mother of 5, and she went missing after attending a nightclub in Greensboro. She was reported missing on the 14th of January, 2024, and for the last few nights, there's been search parties conducted in the area where her family believes she was last known to be, which is the Exxon on West Market Street. According to family members, she left the club and ended up with someone at the Exxon. Now, we do know that at some point, Marissa got into an argument with that person, and she dialed 911 saying that she had been robbed. 911 never arrived. And the family says that Marissa eventually got into a car with someone who has not been seen since. The family is looking for all the help they can get in trying to bring Marissa home. She's out there somewhere. And Marissa's mom said that, Marissa is a mom and her kids need her. All of them are under the age of 10 years old.
Wow.
And according to the family, Marissa's 4-year-old son, Arson, is disabled. He has skeletal dysplasia and he does not have arms. He is super, super smart and intellectual, and he needs his mother. And so you can imagine what this family is going through right now. They're desperate for answers, and they want to know what happened to Marissa. And I personally would like to know why the 911 call was never responded to. So if you do have any information on Marissa or her whereabouts, you can certainly get in contact with the Greensboro Crime Stoppers at 336-373-1000. In the meantime, it's just very, very important that we get Marissa's face out there on social media. Now, at the time of her disappearance, she was wearing a colorful t-shirt and blue jeans as well as white sneakers. She has black hair and brown eyes. We do need to get her face out there everywhere, guys. So do me a favor, give the video a like. It does help more people to see Marissa's face, and the more people that see her, the better the chances are that we can find her and we can bring her home safe. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, consider clicking that subscribe button. It really does help the channel out, and if you ring that notification bell, you'll always be alerted whenever I post another missing persons video. But the most important thing that I need for everyone to do right now is to simply click that share button, guys. Share this to your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, wherever you have social media. And according to the family, Marissa's 4-year-old son, Arson, is disabled in Greensboro. She was reported missing on the 14th of January, 2024. And for the last few nights, there's been search parties conducted in the area where her family believes she was last known to be, which is the Exxon on West Market Street. According to family members, she left the club and ended up with someone at the Exxon. Now, we do know that at some point, Marissa got into an argument with that person, and she dialed 911 saying that she had been robbed. 911 never arrived. And
that right there.
The family says that Marissa eventually got into a car with someone who has not been seen since.
Okay, that's what I want. Okay. That we don't know a club, but this all took place at that damn gas station. They gotta have cameras. And the cameras gotta work, because Something. So one of y'all says something that caught my attention. Let me see. How do they know she got right? How do they know she got into a car? How, and why the hell didn't the cops show up? Why didn't the cops show up? She called for help. She got robbed. They took her shit. They took her phone and everything. So it is weird. So they take her stuff. I guess they got in the argument. You know how you get into an argument with it had to be a petty motherfucker, a petty boyfriend, or a petty nigga she was fucking with probably, because only a petty nigga get into an argument with you and grab your cell phone and your keys and bounce. Why? Because I had that situation happen to me years ago when I was with a petty motherfucker. Grab my keys off my thing and my stuff and just go fly somewhere. Just bounce. Of course, he came back that night, but I bet you it was a dude. It was a petty motherfucker. It had to be someone she was messing with. Now, if it was a bitch, if it was a chick, then I don't know. So that's why she probably used the word robbed, because you got my shit. So I'm pissed off. So now I'm calling 911 and tell them you robbed me. And maybe she saw a vehicle and she already feeling intoxicated, maybe because she just came from the club. It's late, you know. She saw a vehicle that probably was like, yo, damn, that's messed up, shorty. Let me take you to your crib. Where you live at, I'll take you home. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? She hopped in and boom, now she missing. Now she missing. I don't know. That's just the way, you know. Yes, she was with somebody she know. She went to the club, RBH, with somebody she know. And then they went to the gas station. I'm assuming they probably went to get cigarettes or a blunt. I don't know. I'm thinking they age. I'm thinking them. I'm thinking when I'm back then. You know, you ain't going to the gas station, or you probably going to get gas for your car, but you're not going to the gas station from the club to get a drink because you're already at the club. So I'm going to the gas station from the club. I'm going to get me some Newports, or I'm going to get me a blunt if I'm smoking at that time, if I'm them. So I'm thinking she probably went with her peoples to go them. They got into an argument over some bullshit. He grabbed what he had to grab, and boom, by that bang. Yeah. So she went out with a friend. But who does she leave with is the problem. And another thing is, the friend that she went out with, where are they? Where are they? Where are they at? That's what we don't know. No, we don't know this. We don't know none of this. All these cases are new. This cases came to me today. So I don't know. Well, no. Yeah. Well, her case came to me yesterday, I think. But yeah, these are all new. All these cases I did today are very, very new to me, y'all. I'm talking about like new, 24-hour no. I think I did a pretty good job. But yeah, exactly, Dr. RBH. Where are the friends? Where are the friends? Where's the friends that she went to the club with? Where they at? The one that took her shit and robbed her. where they at, where he at, or where she at. This shit ain't making no sense. It's crazy. Who did she go to the club with? And at a gas station, they all scared. They don't want to speak. Well, y'all better say something. Y'all not going to get, no. Show the footage. Show the footage. Right. Today's world is so risky. You have to give your location, where you going, everywhere. Even what I'm wearing. Listen, when I throw away the garbage sometimes, when I get to throw away the garbage, because he never let me do anything, but when I do get to throw away the garbage, I tell Dave, if you see a shoe over there, one shoe, that means I was taken. Or if my phone dropped, well, my phone, they're going to take my phone. But if you see my clogs over there, they ain't even say that. No, they ain't say the name of that club. You know they're not going to, yeah, they ain't say the name of the club. Oh. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. They sure did not say that. Crazy. I gotta make all these, with this whole video into a short. Oh, that's what we saying. They gotta have surveillance videos. They have to. They're talking about they don't know nothing. They better know something. I would have been up in there like, let me see your videos. Like Carmen Day did with Jelani. She was hitting all type of stores and dollar stores, talking about, let me see your video. Like Miss Carmen Day was up in there. Okay? She was in that dollar store for 5 hours looking at video. Man, don't play with me, baby. Let me see your footage. Parts are definitely missing. Something is not right. Yeah, something is definitely missing. Let me see something. I wonder if somebody did a story or something on her. They say we could find it before we go. Oh, wait. 3 days ago. The news. They keeping her name out there though. Okay, let me see. This is 3 days ago. Damn commercials.
He was last seen, Devontae.
Lindsay Marissa Carmichael is a 25-year-old mother of 5, and she went missing Sunday night at an Exxon gas station on West Market Street there in Greensboro. According to her family tonight, Marissa went to the gas station after leaving a nightclub. At the Exxon, she called 911 saying she had been robbed. 12 investigators obtained that 911 call from police.
I don't know where I am in Greensboro. I got all my stuff throughout the car. He took off with my phone. I have no clue where I'm at.
It is still unclear how she got a phone to make that call to 911. We reached out to police for more details about their investigation into what happened here, but they have not provided any further details. Her sister says it's not like Marissa to disappear, and she just wants her home safely.
We know you want to come home, and we really need you to come home. Because you know you would never, ever do this type of thing, ever.
Marissa has long black and blonde braids. She has a heart-shaped tattoo on her face and a butterfly tattoo near her eye. If you have any information about her whereabouts tonight, call Greensboro
play that
Guilford Crime
911
Stoppers. That
call
number you
again.
see
Hold
there,
on.
336-373-1000. Kenny.
Hold on. I want to play that 911 call again.
From a man who found the body of a young boy dead in a suitcase in southern Indiana.
Now, a triad family is looking for a missing mother of 5. Our Devontae McKenneth joins us now in studio.
Finally.
Details about their investigation into what happened, like Marissa to disappear, into what happened here. Details about the call to 911. We reached out to police for more details about their investigation into what happened here, but they have not provided any further details. Her sister says it's not like Marissa to disappear, and she just wants her home safely.
We know you want to come home.
All my stuff throughout the car. He took off with my phone. I don't know where I am in Greensboro. I just got all my stuff throughout the car. He took off with my phone. I have no clue where I'm at.
It is still unclear how she got a phone to make that call to 911. We reached out to police for more details about their investigation into what happened here, but they have not provided any further details. Her sister says it's not like Marissa to disappear, and she just wants her home safely.
We know you want to come home, and we really need you to come home. Because you know you would never, ever do this type of thing, ever.
Marissa has long black and blonde braids. She has a heart-shaped tattoo on her face and a butterfly tattoo near her eye. If you have any information about her whereabouts tonight, call Greensboro Guilford Crime Stoppers. That number you see there, 336-373-1000. Kenny.
All right. The first 911 call that we heard from her. Finally, look, as soon as we were about to clock out, finally. So she's saying him. I said it was a dude. I told you. Somebody she was messing with probably. And they got into an argument. Something went left. That's who they need to question. That's who they need to question. Because you know what, Shay, you could be right. He might have came back. He might have came back. This is why we have to choose people very, very carefully who we let in our circle. Not only in our beds, because we don't know if they were sleeping together or dating, or they could have been friends, who knows. But I don't know, a friend acting that emotional, I doubt that. But this is why you have to be very careful of who you allow in your circle. Because everybody ain't for you. God will let you know who's for you. God will let you know. And when he do, hold on tight. Because they're very hard to come by. Rather as a relationship or as a friend. You know? Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody don't like you. And that's okay. You know, and that's okay. God will let you know. He puts people in your life and takes people out your life. For a reason. So be very careful, y'all, because we see a lot of setups going on with cases like, there's another case that I saw where a young man went out with his friends. I didn't see the whole thing. I still want to check it out. I might watch it with y'all. He went out with his friends and never came home. And then there's another one where the man went out to the club with his friends, and then on camera he's being chased and he's missing still. So like, everybody ain't your true peoples. And when you in a relationship also, find out who that person is too, who you sleeping with. Because a lot of times, sometimes, baby, we be sleeping with the enemy. Because I know I did that a lot in my years. Thank God I'm good now, but you know. So, yeah, everybody ain't for you. Watch your surroundings. When you go out, watch your surroundings. Get you a buddy. Stop going out to these clubs and by yourself. Like, even, yeah, that's your dude. Your dude shouldn't be acting like that. Because then he becoming your side chick then. He might as well become your side chick. Let people know where you're going at all times. Because look, this could happen. And your family got to be on Brooklyn Squad. We don't want that. With that, we're not doing 10 o'clock tonight live. We'll do that tomorrow. That case tomorrow, when I was reading it, a lot of it remind me of Jelani Day. And a lot of it reminds me of the case that we was talking about yesterday, where the young man was hung. Forgot his name. So I will see y'all tomorrow. That live is at nighttime at 8. But I might jump on and just do some other ones in the daytime. Or I might change that time and come on a little earlier. We'll see. Because I have some other cases I need to get together. All right. Yeah, share your location with someone always. All right. With that, I adore y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for spreading the love. Thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. And thank y'all for being here for the victims and their families. Because let me tell you something. You're not just here for me. You're here for the victims and their families, because they do watch my videos. And a lot of them have said thank you so much to y'all. Not just to me, to y'all, to you guys. Okay, so they appreciate y'all too. Okay, please share this video and thank you once again. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace, blessings.